SMU stated, it's packed. It's virtually in the paint. They can afford to do that because Arkansas has yet to prove that they're a good outside shooting team.
And Ali Freeman does the job from the outside against his own, putting the Razorbacks ahead 2-0.
Freeman comes in with what they tell us is a bad leg. He hurt it a couple, I believe against the Texas A&M as a matter of fact, but he looks to be going full speed so far tonight.
Arkansas coming out of the stock with the ball, and Ballantyne left on the shot clock, and they do play the 45-second clock. Freeman again from the outside. He's got another one.
A real plus for the Razorbacks if Valley can keep that up.
Freeman has a bruised calf muscle. He got that as you. The Razorbacks in Dallas. Carl Wright lays it off to Davis, and Davis goes for the slam. And a whistle to the team. Apologized to the coaching staff. He worked out Monday, did not start, but he is in the game now. Let's see what he can do with this Arkansas offense. Klein goes up the baseline. Big Joe Klein, a 6'11 senior from Slater, Missouri, who leads the Southwest Conference in scoring with an average of 21.5. Now the Mustangs try to go to contact.
They need to take some outside shots, Merle, and loosen that defense up a little bit.
Tried to go alley-oop, and Concact got a hand up there, and SMU comes out of there with the ball. SMU down the floor. That's Johnson from 12 feet.
That's their game. That's what they want to do. They do it extremely well.
Scott Johnson, the sophomore from Meridian, Idaho. Okay, it is 6-5, Arkansas over SMU. We'd like to welcome those of you watching from around the country tonight on the USA Network as Ballantyne popped one in. He had 29 points in the previous meeting.
Note that Ballantyne was on the point that time. Eddie Sutton likes to have a 6'6", 6'7" player on the point that can shoot. He has one in Ballantyne.
Concact jam comes back to the free throw line to Davis, and he's got an easy one.
He certainly has started out that way.
23 seconds left on the shot clock for the Razorbacks. Davis on the steal. Davis wisely holds it up.
Well, there was a problem. Now they had Mills on the point. He's not used to playing the point, and it was evidenced by that bad pass he made to the wing. That was intercepted.
Butch Moore's 20 points against Davis. Finds Lewis off the baseline.
It's quite obvious what Dave Bliss told us.
Back in an eighth, and you got Lang back there.
You know, Merle, Mills looks tentative. And that's a possibility because he's afraid to make a mistake. He just want to come back on that.
We have 10.5 minutes to go in the first half, and Mills can't get it. Concact rebounds it. It's a 4-on-1 breakout. Moore in the front end of the fast break.
Excellent fast break by SMU that time. They don't wait for the break. They're not a controlled breaking team.
13-10 the score. Wright making a move, gets a pick from Concact, who hits it on a fall-away layup.
Excellent offensive maneuvering by SMU.
Fuller, number 11, is now in for SMU as the playmaking guard. And Williams gets it down.
Real nice variety offensively that time. It was a new pattern for SMU. They brought John Concact high. Offensive maneuvering.
Southern Methodist leads by 7. Well, that zone defense is tough, and the outside shot is there, though. Well, we have 7 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first half now, 18-12. Freeman comes to the outside. It's down. Freeman with 6 points.
Oh, that shot's there. All he's got to do is take it, then hit it, which he just...
4-point lead for the Mustangs. They keep looking for Klein inside, and... that was a great play there by Byron Irvin, and the Razorbacks start to close the gap. Irvin with 4 points. Wright trying to get those two right back in a whistle, and this time,
I believe this is on Carl Wright, is it not?
It is on Carl Wright.
Yeah.
They've got the tradition, and they've got the talent. Klein missing. The ball comes out, and trying to save it is more than he does to Davis.
Great play by Butch, and again, no offensive attempts after the first shot. Well, that's their ball game. I'll tell you, when you look at they were at the start of the ball game.
Ballantyne from 20, Lewis on the rebound for the Mustangs, and here they come with 5 minutes to go in the first half and a 22-16 lead.
Arkansas not being patient enough when they get that ball, Merle. They're firing it up too fast, and that is playing right into SMU's hands.
Butch Moore, the smallest man on the floor right now, 6 points in the ball game, and it's 24-16. SMU up by 8.
Of course, you know, you have to remember Arkansas is playing the 4th-rated team in the nation now. That's quite an accomplishment in itself to be there. So you would expect SMU to have a great ball club, and they certainly do.
Byron Hutchinson, they work the perimeter. Now they go to Lang for the turnaround off the baseline. But
Did you notice the difference in their offense that time? They were patient. They moved that
to hold him to 3 points in the game over the weekend. That's Jim Robkin, the band director. And you talk about a guy can get a crowd excited.
With the applause meter on the left side of your screen. That's what those lights were.
And it's blowing the top bulb right out.
Well, Arkansas needs all the help they can get right now. And there it is. We've got a good picture right now of the applause meter, the noise meter.
SMU has suddenly increased its field goal percentage to 62.5. Arkansas at 43.4.
And Arkansas
hand is out high. They got Lang back underneath. Now Klein drops back there, and the shot by Valentine will not go for him. Good offensive board by Lang, though.
Valentine shooting just a little bit too quick.
Boy, look at that agility for that big 7-footer, though.
Defensively, one of the keys, of course, is can contain the Mustang guards, and right now Arkansas is doing a pretty fair job of it.
And Contact just simply muscled that one in. He has 6 points now.
You know, that was an awfully quick move
to tie and then win. So we'll see if the Razorbacks can close it up and then come back in the second half. And that's a pretty good start right there is Byron Irvin.
Logical lift for them as they go in at halftime.
Klein on the turnaround over Contact. Joe Klein, his second field goal. Leading scorer in the Southwest Conference, held at 10 points by SMU in Game 1. 29-26. SMU, 17 seconds to go in the first half.
SMU running their spread court, half-court offense. They're opening up that middle for penetration.
Carl Wright lays it off for the shot from the outside, out of the corner, and it goes in by Davis. Boy, what a first half he is up to target. The first half has come to an end, and the halftime score, the Southern Methodist Mustangs 31 and Arkansas 26.
Sure, and they're going after the ball. That wasn't passive, that was active pressure full court in an attempt to get the basketball.
Now SMU with Contact dropping it in.
Well, you talk about the great equalizer. That's it. Get the ball into your 7-foot All-American.
Arkansas moving the ball around the perimeter, but here's Klein from the outside.
But did you notice they brought him high that time? They can afford to.
SMU with a very tough zone defense. Freeman from the outside. He had 6 in the first half. He has 8 for the game. And now Arkansas, down by 8 points in the first half, has pulled up to within 1 of SMU.
This is the key period for the Razorbacks. The first 5 minutes of the second half. If they can establish their territorial rights right now, we've got ourselves a game.
Davis banks it in from the left side on a great feed from 32.
Now with Valentine and Klein operating in that high-low post situation, Arkansas has 2 good scorers, one from either position.
And Eddie Sutton has found Byron Irvin, but Davis comes right back to neutralize that basket by Irvin. Dropped Klein back.
Arkansas playing with more confidence this half offensively.
Byron Irvin.
That's what a few baskets will do for you.
He's a freshman from Chicago, and look at SMU try to beat Arkansas.
As well as he's capable of, and SMU desperately needs him to get his offensive game going.
From the outside. And again, it's Byron Irvin. They've gone wild here as the Hogs have taken the lead. They have not led since they were ahead 4-0 back in the first few minutes of the ball game.
I believe in the open you mentioned something about SMU having to play the team and the fans, did you not?
And that's what they're having to do now as Klein rolls one in, and the Hogs go up by 3 as Moore tries to get him back, and he quickly neutralizes the last basket anyway.
One of the things the ball go as it leaves the shooter's hands instead of making the motion to the offensive board for the rebound in case he should miss.
William Mills puts Arkansas back into the lead. That's his first basket of the night, 43-41. When he gets hot, look out.
Did we say something about a patient half-court offense by Arkansas?
William Mills, 2 quick baskets. Arkansas ahead by 4. Arkansas loses a takeaway, and Williams comes up with the bucket for SMU.
Well, we told you Mills was a crowd favorite because he had the ability to make the big play, and boy, did he show it there.
13:47 to go in the game. Arkansas Arkansas ahead by 2 after being down at the half 31-26.
We have got ourselves a dandy in Barnhill tonight.
Arkansas 47-43 on Kenny Hutchinson's basket.
They're literally burning the nets right off the basket.
A foul on Mills trying to take the ball away, or was
Where Arkansas is right now.
SMU, the 4th-ranked team in the nation, down to 2 to Arkansas. Konkak off the baseline over Klein. And now Konkak really goes to work in this half. He's got 12 for the game.
He's responding to the challenge.
So we're tied at 47 with 12:15 to go in the game. Hutchinson goes over to Byron Irvin. Irvin from the outside again.
I'll tell you that SMU's zone is just not moving nearly as rapidly.
So they're watching this one. Texas losing to Houston. So Houston also with a victory, 6-4, and they're in it. Right on the free throw. And Rice defeated Texas Christian. And we've got a tie ball game here. 49 all with 11:24. Ballantyne the fake and a move on Davis. Ballantyne to 51-49. SMU trailing by 2, having a chance to tie. Nice move there by Byron Irvin to force the takeaway, and the driving layup missed by Hutchinson. Pulled down by SMU.
Hutchinson's made a good move once he got the ball. Everything was right except he didn't get the ball in the hole.
Konkak over Klein. Klein's got to give away a little bit. He's carrying 3 fouls.
I was going to mention that. It's a
Razorbacks trailed at the half, 31-26.
SMU has changed their zone alignment. They're really in a 3-2 right now, Carl. With let's see, Lewis is in the middle. He's really playing the rover.
8 minutes, 24 seconds left to play in the game.
Well, with Klein out of the ball game, look for outside shooting. We got it.
So Ali Freeman, who just came back, 10 points to lead all scorers. 7 minutes to go in this game. Irvin started to take the shot. Ballantyne close in, and he's got it.
Well, that was Kyle Wright's fault. Now SMU has gone back into the 2-3, and Kyle didn't slide over to cover that spot. He just kind of turned around and watched.
And Arkansas has a 57-56 lead as we have a timeout call with 6 minutes, 47 seconds left to play in the game. And we'll return. Irvin has made way now for William Mills, who's back in the ball game. Klein on the turnaround, off the heel. Follow is good by Ballantyne.
I'll tell you, SMU has got to get more support from Kyle Wright that time. He went back to Joe Klein.
And 59-56 Arkansas. 5:55 left to play in the game. Wright had the shot, didn't take it. Now he goes into Davis, and Konkak an offensive board.
Yeah, that's just pure desire. You don't really teach offensive.
Arkansas really hasn't paid too much attention to that shot clock.
No.
They've had the shot, they've taken it. Klein, shot block, picked up, garbage ball, picked up by Ballantyne.
Not under control, at least the control that Eddie would like him to play it under.
Right off the baseline. Konkak, offensive rebound.
Oh, boy, Konkak is doing the job this half, isn't he?
19 points for the All-American Olympian. Of course, we've got to... From the outside, it's Irvin. Not this time, however. And Southern Methodist rebounds, putting motion into the game. That's Wright. He's going to keep it. Wright left hands it up. Ball is taken away and claimed now by Arkansas. Waiting these two teams. Finally going to overtime. And SMU winning it.
Now we're getting over to the left side.
Butch Moore.
They can decoy that right side if they want to, because that's where most shots come from. But the left side spot. SMU had best keep their eyes on Mr. Ballantyne underneath that basket.
He keeps rotating back and forth. Mills driving layup goes down. Will it count?
Yes, I believe I saw Moose Dubing say the basket did count. Plenty of time left if he should miss for SMU to tie this one up. But he didn't.
Timeout, Arkansas. With 14 seconds remaining, the Hogs lead the Mustangs 67-64 with 14 seconds to go, and this crowd going absolutely bananas. And we'll be right back. SMU with Dave Bliss, Doug Ash, John Underwood, Paul Graham, Ronnie Anderson. Here they come. 14 seconds left. Moore taking it all the way. Wade missing the bank shot contact on the follow, gets it. 9 seconds, 8 seconds.
And they don't have a timeout. That's the key when you don't have a timeout left. If he hits just one contact or Davis steps out of bounds, makes at least a half-court pass, and from then there has to be the shot.
68-66 Arkansas.
It's history.
It is all over in Fayetteville, and Arkansas is the winner. Well, it's all over, and the Razorbacks are still in the race. They win this game by a score of 6.